Let me go ahead. I'm gonna go. Hey, let me keep cutting credit to before I even get to Golden State, because I shouldn't have even. I should go cut credit where credit is due. Shout out to this guy right here. Shout out to this guy. Shout out to this guy right here. JB, Jaylen Brown. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jaylen Brown. Shout out to Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown, he kept them in that game when Golden State was pulling away. When Golden State was pulling away and they were down by 12, 13, Jaylen Brown said, not on my watch. We ain't finna get ran out the gym on my watch. Jaylen Brown, big layup. Jaylen Brown, mid-range jumper. Jaylen Brown, three-point shot. Jaylen Brown, dish out to Derrick White for a three. It was just a lot of Jaylen Brown activity. And I felt like I knew Jaylen Brown was going to try to have some type of impact when he went crazy and got that block and then came on the other end of the floor and dunked it and threw it down in the sequence of two plays back to back. Got a big block and then went for the dunk. So Jaylen Brown, you kept him in that game, bro. You did a little bit of everything, you know what I'm saying? 24 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. You got to shoot a little bit better, you know what I'm saying? 25 from 3. I think you were, 1 of 4 from 3? You got to clean that up a little bit. But 43% from the field, that's okay. We'll live with that. And you kept them in the game. You played phenomenal defense. I feel like until the fourth quarter, once they started having a three-point contest and they just didn't care, the defense was actually pretty solid for the entire game. So shout out to Jaylen Brown, bro. You really did that. You kept them in that game, bro. Then we've got the unsung hero. Where is he? Where's the unsung hero? The unsung hero, Derrick White. Y'all finna put some respect on Derrick White's name, bro. Because Derrick White, I don't know what he's been eating, bro. But Derrick White has just been on another planet the last 4 or 5 games. He has been, every time they've called his number, he has delivered. Every single time. They pass it to him at the 3, makes the 3. Drives in, they pass it to him, kicks out for a dish. They pass it to him, he's good for a floater game. Every time they called on his number, he was just doing something productive with the ball every time he had it. And he's been doing this. He's been doing this for a couple games now. And if I'm Golden State, I'm concerned what Boston's role players have going on right now. Of course, Golden State's the better team. And again, we finna get to Golden State. But you can't let Derrick White drop 21 on your head. How many threes did Derrick White hit? 4? 4 of them things? Was he like 4-6 or something like that? 4-6, 5 of 7? Every time they call on this man's number, he does it. He delivers. Derrick White. Hey, they was 10 toes down for Tatum, bro. They said if Tatum don't show up, that's okay, because this is where half of the assists were going to Derrick White, Jaylen Brown, and the crew. So shout out to Derrick White. Then, where's he at? Big Al, bro. Big Al played out of his mind, bro. Like I said, the avalanche that I watched commence from the Boston Celtics was just something I don't think I've ever seen before. I don't think I've ever seen something like that or anything close to that in a really, 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 really long time. And shout out to Big Al, because in the fourth quarter, when it was time to clutch up, the 3 to take the lead, no, the 3 to tie. The 3 to tie was Big Al. Big Al hit that 3 to tie the game. Then the 3 to take the lead was a Big Al. Big Al hit the 3 to take the lead. It was crazy, bro. It was crazy. I'm not trying to, can we pause these? Thanks. But I'm not saying Boston finna be shooting the rock like this, because I feel like Golden State and Boston shot out of their minds last night. I feel like it was just unrealistic the way they were shooting the basketball. It was unrealistic how many threes both sides were making. I don't expect them to play like this for the rest of the series. But shout out to Big Al. He when they called upon him, hey, he did it, bro. He did it, bro. These role players, hey, a part of Boston, they ain't nothing to play with, bro. They are a complete team. They're a complete team. Derrick White and Big Al. Shouts out to Brad Stevens, because didn't Brad Stevens trade for Al Horford again and get him back? And then didn't he trade for Derrick White? Right now, their acquisitions are looking great. Great. Marcus Smart, DPOY. I'm not going to lie, I'm going to need a little bit better defense out of you. But you hit your shot, so I'm happy about that. If Marcus Smart can hit his shots when he's open, Boston's going to be a problem. I'm not saying that he's going to, but if he can, if they play like we'll live with Marcus Smart shooting that, and Marcus Smart is making them, Boston finna be a problem. Because you can't have him playing elite defense and then raining threes on you too. Marcus Smart was shooting like he was Jason Tatum last night. I don't know how many jump shot attempts he took, but he took a lot. He was shooting that thing, man. He did not care, bro. He was playing to win. He was being aggressive. That's what I liked about Boston. They were playing to win. They were playing to win, not to preserve the lead and try not to lose. They were playing to win. Excellent. It was, bro, excellent performance. He did his thing. Just like I said, shout out to JT for playmaking, because they said he couldn't play make. They said he couldn't do it. They said he wasn't accustomed to playmaking. Then he goes out and gets 13 assists. Yes, we can't accept the fact that he went 3 of 17 from the field, but you better put some respect on JT's name. He got 13 of them things. He played sorry, but he still contributed to winning. 13 of them things, bro. Shout out Marcus Smart. That was crazy, man. And, of course, we got to shout out the rest of the squad. Robert Williams. I think he had, 3 blocks or something? Oh, he had 4 blocks. Shout out to Robert Williams, man. He was Dikembe Mutombo. He went 4-4. Great game. Obviously, Al Horford took those minutes. That's why we didn't see a lot of Rob Will at the end of the game, if you watched the game. Rob Will was kind of just chilling. But his defensive presence in the paint was great. Obviously, 4 blocks. Then you go 4-4. He's a lob threat. Was getting big boy rebounds, everything like that, things of that nature. But Big Al was the big reason why Robert Williams was not in the game at the end of the game. And same thing with Derrick White. Derrick White was just playing great. I almost thought Marcus Smart wasn't going to come in at the end of the game. But then they played both of them at the same time. Marcus Smart and Derrick Williams. That's how good Derrick White. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you Derrick Williams. But that's how good Derrick White was playing. They had both of them on the floor at the same time. I think Tice came in. He hit a 3 in his little bit of time. And Peyton Pritchard. Shout out to Peyton Pritchard. And I'm glad Peyton Pritchard was getting minutes, because I wanted Peyton Pritchard to get more minutes in the Miami series. I don't know if it was because maybe he was a defensive liability. So they were going, okay, we just want nothing but defense. So that's why he sat on the bench for a lot of the series against Miami. But hey, he did his thing. He got him them buckets this game. Shout out to their whole team, bro. Like I said, do I expect Boston to shoot 50% from the field, 51% from 3 for the rest of the series? Definitely not. Of course not. But hey, what they did last night, they showed that they're not going to be no pushover to the Golden State Warriors. Golden State took that lead, and they thought that Boston was going to keel over, roll over, and just quit. They thought they was going to quit, and they didn't know what to do about it. They didn't. So shout out to the Boston Celtics for not giving up, for fighting, bro, for just showing that y'all finna fight, bro.